Welcome back, one and all, for round 2 of the SFR GP2 Championship on F1 2020, and we're here at the Bahrain International Circuit. And our best lap in qualifying was our first lap. It was not the best of laps, a very scruffy qualifying session from myself, and as we cross the line, we go up in a P3, but eventually drops all the way down to P15, and you can see as we head into turn 1 now, on the exit, we find loads of time. This is on a pretty casual attempt. And see, look, we're finding loads of time just on the exit there without even pushing. So a lot of time in hand on this lap. So we need to make up a lot of ground in the race, a bit like we did last week.
It's race day and our drivers are all out on the grid performing their final checks before we get underway here at the Bahrain International Circuit. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some points during the Grand Prix.
And as we get the lights now, we're ready to go racing from P15. We've got a car in front on the hard, but it's 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. The Red Bull leading us away at the start. We're at the back of the McLaren, trying to make our way now down towards turn 1 on the outside. So we're going to try and avoid some potential carnage on the inside down into turn 1. And we're just being a bit tentative because there has been a collision. We're trying to go around the outside of a few drivers and trying to slot past the Haas driver, collected with the Alfa Romeo. And we're down into, I think, what is third last Mercedes behind us, and we're trying to go around the outside of the Red Bull, and I think that is Alpha Tauri on our inside as well, trying to hang it around the outside. The Red Bull driver's got a bit better grip, he's got the high ground on the inside with the slot in behind into P17. So we've lost 2 places already on the opening lap. We need to make our way now through turn 7. See the other Haas driver having problems running wide, and the Red Bull's going to send it down the inside on 2 cars, contact with the Racing Point, and we just about managed to scoot around the outside there. But we're back up in a P15 where we started this race. Now going to the very difficult turn 10. The other Haas driver has run a little bit wide, and we're going to put it up in an overtake and try and capitalise from his going off. And he didn't seem to be using overtake, and we're up and past Frog Lover, and we're right behind the Red Bull driver of Chris now. We're pushing on into this race, and we've got a car off, and it's the other Alfa Romeo. So Alfa Romeo and Haas not having a good start to this race. And we make our way now, carrying on. We come on to lap 2 and down into the hairpin. There's been a virtual safety car because the leader, I think, one of the leaders, Young Lights, out of the race. But we push on after that virtual safety car, trying to push on and try and catch the murky rubber. We lost the car off of turn 2 just before turn 3. We managed to avoid any major contact with the wall, but we're dropping now down into P13, and that is a big loss for us. Lost a lot of time, lost a lot of positions. We pushed on and managed to catch up to the Haas driver of Ireg, and now we're trying to go past him on lap 9 and going down the inside of him into turn 1 after a lot of cars have pitted. The guys on the soft tyre. We are actually up in a P3 now, but of course it's probably a P8, P9 at this rate in the race. We're pushing on now to try and catch him. King David, of course, the person we battled at RLH, my other league, and trying to fight with him now, trying to look to go round the outside. Just behind us is the actual effective race leader, Cam. And he's getting held up massively in our battle between me and King David. And I'd rather not. He got past. I'm going to push as much as I can to try and sort of keep him behind me, because I don't want to lose touch with the cars in front. To try and go round or outside. But again, a bit like we had at the start of the race, we've got the high ground on the inside, and we just about keep ahead of the driver. I think he's in an Alpha Tauri. And pushing on now behind King David Mercedes. We're going into the hairpin of turn 8. He sends it down the inside, and I think we just think better of it. At that point, don't want to risk any damage ourselves. We're pushing on now to try and make sure we can capitalise on any errors from the battle in front. And cars behind, 2 Renault drivers with our teammate are closing in on us. And King David lost position there at the end of the DRS straight, but now coming towards the end of lap 10, we're right behind the Mercedes driver. We've got DRS, but so does he. Up into overtake. Well, what little overtake we had left. We've opted to not use it now and using just DRS. Now we're looking to the inside. It's a dive bomb, but I'm going to say so myself, it's a perfectly executed dive bomb. But he's got a good exit, and he's right onto the back of us. Once again, we're up in a rich but we've got DRS as the Ferrari that's got off to the right-hand side, but I think we have just lapped him. And ERS enabled overtake mode We're on the inside. We're trying to give him the room on the outside. Don't want to have any contact between the pair of us, and we're on the inside as we make the run down towards turn 6. He's going a little bit too deep as we try and block on the position. He's going to get almost the switchback and go around outside for turn 7. Now down towards turn number 8. He's on the inside. Can we hold it around the outside? Both of us on the medium compound tyres. Both of us yet to stop. Making the run now through turn 9 and down towards turn 10. We just about keep ahead. But it's a raging battle between McLaren and Mercedes. And coming to lap 14, he put a lap earlier. And we're into the pit lane for a set of hard tyres going to the end of this race. A lovely 2.6 second stop from the McLaren boys. And you can see on the bottom of the screen, he's just coming off the final corner now, running down the main straight. He's going to be very close between us. And he's just about made the undercut work. We're now side by side. Bit of contact as we get towards the apex of turn 1. But he's just about nipped ahead of me to tuck in behind. But we've got DRS on him. And using a bit of ERS, he tries to break the toe quite aggressively. Now we're going to try and find an overtake. Can we go around the outside? We'll try and do what he did a few laps ago. We're going to do our best, but he shuts the door on us this time around. We have to stay behind the Mercedes driver on this occasion. But moving on later into the race, we're on the back. We're in DRS range, and we're looking to the inside already as we run down towards turn number 1. We're on the inside, and we get the job done on the Mercedes driver, but can he fight it back on lap 17? We're going to use what ERS we have and push away now up towards turn 4, doing a bit of toe braking, but I think he's not close enough to make the pass. As we move on through lap 17, we're caught an AI'd car, and I did not see the closing speeds. It took me by surprise, and we got wing damage and were forced into the pit lane for another stop with that wing damage. We managed to catch up to a reg in 10th place, made the move on lap 26, and unfortunately I lost the recordings for the last couple of laps and the post-race stuff, but we came home in P10. Another race of what could have been. We've had quite a few of those on, well, I've had quite a few of those on my channel, it must be said. But nevertheless, we look forward to Vietnam next week, so make sure to check out that. But a P10, not too bad.